You know, Vortex, I was just thinking about how much of a threat my easily perceived masculinity is to a lot of people. Um, it's always been a bit of a threat to women because I'm a sexist. And so I have this view of women that's not very good. You know, I think they talk too much. And I understand that I have fallen into this category as well. I mean, this channel is me talking a lot, you know? But the thing is, though, I don't really expect many people to listen to it or watch it. I do this for myself and I do this for the people that get it. Mainly mentally ill people, you know? The thing with mental illness is, yeah, we talk. We talk to ourselves like nonstop. But I think that the problem with talking too much is expecting other people to care. Expecting other people to listen. Expecting other people to want to know more, you know? They really don't. Especially if it's female talk. And the reason why I say that is because females, they can't stop proving that they don't really know themselves. And if they don't know themselves, how the hell can they solve problems in the world? You know? I've been on birth control, okay? A long time ago. And the main reason why I was on birth control is because I was having sexual intercourse with my boyfriend at the time. I didn't really want to have sex with him, but I knew that it was part of the deal, you know? I know that women don't want to hear this, but they're kind of sort of like obligated to do that. You know? I mean, if you're in a relationship with somebody that, yeah, it's kind of just the way it goes. But I hated it. I hated it so much. Still, my mother, who's a feminist, she wanted me to be on birth control. I didn't like it. I didn't want to take it, which is why I didn't. You know? I would always forget to take it, much like my psychiatric medication. Never forgot to buy pot. Never forgot to steal alcohol. But always forgot to take those pills when I was supposed to take those pills. But I just find it interesting how women will say, my body, my choice, and literally hand their body off to some pharmaceutical company, you know? And it's like, I know so many women that have been on birth control for a while, and they've had really bad side effects. They've gained a bunch of weight, they're attracted to these simpy-ass dudes that have no masculinity about them whatsoever, because her hormones are jacked the fuck up, you know? So of course she's attracted to some dude that doesn't act like a man, because she can be the man, you know? And this is what people don't get about me. It's like, we've tried it your way, you know? Women got rights. Women are allowed to vote. Women are allowed to work. Women are allowed to decide when they want to have kids. They're way more miserable than they have ever been. So obviously, it's their fault. They're the ones that keep making bad decisions, you know? Now, I know that there are a lot of different things that factor in to a person's life, but when will women ever take responsibility for anything? Like, they want to say, these choices are mine. This body is mine. But that's not really how they feel about it, because if that's how they really felt about it, they would take responsibility and they would pay attention to how their body works. When they bleed, when they stop bleeding, the kind of symptoms that they have. You know? It's like, how many people will continue to do things that have really bad side effects, and those things like don't even work like the way that they're told they work, and they'll just make up all these excuses as to why they have to keep taking them. It's like, it doesn't make any sense to me. But anyway, the masculine part of me is the part of me that says, no, I don't want pharmaceutical companies to have anything to do with my existence. I don't want to be controlled by anybody. Not no man, not no psychiatrist, not no college professor. Okay? Men that are threatened by that are queer. Okay? And I don't mean that like they're actually gay. They're not even cool enough to be actually gay, okay? They're threatened by women that actually know themselves. So whenever they talk about feminism, I mean, like, I'm not a fucking feminist. I don't think that women should be mistreated. I think that if women want to have control over their bodies, they should make better decisions. Like, it doesn't make any sense to grant control to somebody that's only going to self-destruct, you know? Now, I don't really know what kind of solution there would be to this problem. I'm just saying that it's just kind of ridiculous that both men and women complain about each other all the time, but they really don't even know what the actual problems are, you know? It's like, I'm not controlling anybody else. You know, I don't want anything to do with anybody else. I want other people to be able to control themselves, but they can't. And so a lot of my art is dedicated to people that can't control themselves and want to keep blaming everybody else for their shitty ass life, you know? But you don't have to be a feminist in order to take control of your own life. You know, I don't understand people that want to put their life in the hands of somebody else. Like, that's very infantilized. That's very childish, you know? So it's like, of course feminism was a mistake, because you're telling a bunch of children, entire species of society that behaves just like children, that they can have the rights of adults. And that's just fucking ridiculous, you know? So while a lot of people will point out the obvious hypocrisy of me making this statement, I don't take medication. I own my fucking mental illness. I don't make it anybody else's problem, you know? Just because somebody's uncomfortable by the way I dress, or like, they don't like my opinions, like, whatever. You don't have to agree with me. If you don't like the way I look, stop looking at me, you know? I just think, like, we as a society need to understand, like, what our part in situations actually is. Because as long as that is totally lost on people, we're going to keep pointing the finger at things that we're never going to, you know, we're never going to solve problems this way, okay? Okay, so Brittany just meowed at me through the fucking drive-through speaker. I'm gonna go. But yeah, like, if you're really cool, you'll influence everybody around you. You won't have to be some crazy ass Marxist, communist, feminist, whatever the fuck, in order to persuade people. I mean, I didn't tell anybody to meow. I'm just really fucking cool, and they do it because they want to, not because they have to. But anyway, I'm working on my day off because I want to, not because I have to, and not because I feel pressured, because I want that money so I can buy more useless crap, right?